Here we have a review of the SH Figuarts Krillin from Dragon Ball Z. So taking a look at the packaging, we do have a nice clear view at the figure on the inside, as well as some promo work on the front. We do have a nice shot of his solar flare there, which is pretty cool. Some additional promo shots there on the side. Some more on the back. We do see the Destructo disc. Nothing on the other side. Promo on the bottom. And partial promo there on the top. And here we have the accessories for Krillin. And right off the bat, I will say I'm very pleased with the amount of accessories we have received for him, because this is only the second time that they have released Krillin in the line. So I'm glad that they really went all out in terms of the amount of accessories included here. So we do have 11 alternate hands in addition to the pair of fists that are included on the figure. We have 3 alternate heads in addition to his neutral, or more of a grimacing face, I would say, and then his Destructo disc. So starting with the hands, we do have a pair of open hands for the Destructo disc effect, which do have a peg hole. And on the bottom of the Destructo disc, we do have that small peg that does attach on there. And does look very nice. We'll see how it looks on the actual figure, but just by itself, this looks very nice, and it's much better if you've seen the Destructo disc effect that came with the version 1 Krillin, which is sort of 2 flimsy pieces of plastic and a rod. This looks significantly better, so I'm very happy with that effect. We have another pair of open hands for like the Destructo disc, but without the peg hole. We have a pair of martial arts hands. We have the pair of hands for his solar flare there. And a pair of grasping hands. In addition, we have the gripping hand holding the bag of sensu beans, which is a very cool touch. For the faces, we do have the shocked face. This is just a head peg to keep the head straight in the packaging so it doesn't spin around. You can discard that or keep it, whatever you want. But yeah, just a shocked face. Let's say the details on this do look very nice. I like that they went with the skin tone eyes rather than the white eyes. I'll say it definitely brings out the detail in his face, not having the white in the eyes. We have a gridded teeth looking to the side. All the detailing here does look very nice. And then a yelling face. Overall, I really like the accessories included in this, but we'll see how they work with the figure in just a moment. And now to review the figure. So let's bring him in close to take a look at some of the paint app. I'd say the paint does look pretty clean there on the chest. This is a different piece of plastic, but here on the forearm, that paint does look pretty clean. As well as on the boots, the paint does look pretty clean as well. Do have a bit of sculpting here in the pants, in the torso, on the shoulders, to add some wrinkles and texture to the clothing. Overall, it looks very nice. It's a good looking figure. A very nice re-release of Krillin. Now for our articulation, do have pretty good crunch forward and a good look back. Side to side, pretty good. Full 360 on that ball peg. Our neck should have a little bit of articulation there as well. Feels like mine might be stuck a bit. Now I can't get the lower portion of my neck to articulate, so maybe it is fixed, but you do have a very good range there with this upper ball peg. For the shoulders, so these are the new style of shoulders, which is a very nice, say, butterfly joint, but it's very nicely hidden in terms of this loose piece of plastic. And then is this second part, I think, is loose as well. Yeah, so they're sort of attached from the bicep through 2 loose pieces of plastic directly into the the arm socket there, but it does give a nice unrestricted range of motion. Can cross about that far forward across the chest, so you can bring those hands together pretty easily. More than 90 on the up, which is really nice. Full 360 there. Although spinning it around, this does get a little caught up. See, this piece of plastic popped out. Let's see about that. So there's a little, you can see, I'll bring it in close, a little socket that this sort of clips onto the plastic, and it just popped off there. Fairly easy to pop back on, not too big of a deal. If you are moving that around a lot, it might pop off. Not that huge of a deal, but just something to be aware of. So we do have the bicep swivel there. More than 90 on the elbow joint with the double jointed elbows. We have the rotate and swivel there at the wrist. So upper torso, let's see if I can just isolate the articulation there. A bit of a backward lean, decent lean forward. For the waist, you can twist about that much to the side. Then for the full waist and torso, you can lean about that far back and crunch about that far forward. So pretty good on the backward lean, a little lacking on the forward. For the side, you can kick up a little bit more than 90, or about 90 there. Kick more than 90 on the forward. Limited by this butt cheek here on that backward kick. And my knee just popped off. So I'll be able to attach that back in. It's a little discouraging that it just popped off by bending the knee like that, but not a huge deal because that's an easy fix. We can get almost a butt kick there with that double jointed knee. Do have the thigh swivel, and then the rotate and swivel here at the foot with a bit of a toe crunch there as well. And also the belt does swivel there as well. So other than my missing kneecap, which I will fix momentarily, the articulation on this figure is pretty solid. I do like the new shoulders, although mine did pop out. So I'd say it's not without its issues in terms of the articulation and just things staying together, if you will. But it does look very nice and it articulates well. And now to do a quick comparison of the 2.0 versus the 1.0. So other than them being the same character, both being Krillin and having some of the same accessories, these are really drastically different figures, with the 2.0 using the new body sculpt and really being an ultimately better and superior figure. Now comparing them side by side like this, I will say that the orange of the 2.0 is a bit too muted, although the orange of the 1.0 is a bit too bright as well. So I wish there was a bit more of a happy medium on the color choice for the 2.0, but again, the articulation and the sculpt is far superior on the 2.0, and I also love that they've done the skin tone eyes versus the white eyes of the 1.0. But really, if you have the 1.0 and you're curious, should you get the 2.0? Definitely get the 2.0. It's a better looking figure in every way, and you won't be disappointed. If you have the 2.0 and you're curious, should you get the 1.0? Not unless you're trying to complete the line. There's really no incentive to get the 1.0. Even the accessories with the Destructo disc are pretty crappy on it, but the accessories with the 2.0 are much better. So it's definitely the figure to get if you want to get one versus the other. And for our height, Krillin does stand just under 4.5 inches tall. And for our height comparisons, here we have Krillin next to the Saiyan Raised on Earth Son Goku and the Krillin 1.0. And here we have him next to the Bulma Journey to Namek and the Kid Gohan with the Namek hairstyle. And here we have him next to Tien Shinhan and Chaozu. And here we have him next to the Scouter Vegeta 2.0 and the event-exclusive Adult Gohan. Yes, 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 yes! I am so happy to have a new Krillin in the line. This is a massive step up from the 1.0 figure, and it is so much cheaper than those aftermarket prices. The figure looks better, the accessories are better, the articulation is better, and really it's just a massive win for the Figuarts line. Not to mention it's going to be widely available, so everyone can add Krillin to their collection. Now I did have a few minor QC issues with mine. The kneecap did pop off, but I was able to fix that very easily with a little super glue. Put that on carefully, you will never know. And the fabric on the shoulder did pop out when I was moving the arm around, but I was moving it a bit unnaturally to demonstrate the articulation. And again, that was an easy fix. I was able to pop that right back in. So I don't know if those QC issues will be widespread, but I'd consider them relatively minor. Not ideal, but more or less minor. I would have liked the orange gi to be a bit brighter, but all that aside, this is a fantastic figure. I'm happy to have it, and you're going to want to get it.